Hello, my Aloha tribe, and welcome to the Aloha Perspective. Happy Friday! Woohoo! Everybody, you all made it. It's Friday. Happy Friday. So I'm gonna start today with the Moonology deck because today or tomorrow I can't seem to get the internet to tell me which actual day. So it might actually be late tonight, which for some parts of the world will be tomorrow. But whatever. It's a full moon. It's a full moon in Sagittarius. I think I'm finally getting the feel of this, right? Like new moons go by whatever sign the new moon is in. Full moons just they're not random because they still go in order, which you know what that means. If it's full moon in Sagittarius, next month will be a full moon in Capricorn. That's right, Capricorn. Anyways, good morning, Sammy. So I'm going to start with the Moonology deck, and then we'll get to the angel answers, and then we'll go through. We'll process it all. Also, to all my friends, I'm a proud ally. So happy Pride Month, and I'm going to be talking about some of that next week because, you know, it amazes me how. I mean, I don't want to get into the depths of it because we'll save this for next week, but it always amazes me how people will sit there and put the word of God on their tongue and then be completely horrible to other people. And, you know, I believe in the same God they do, but I see him in a much different light. So, you know, sometimes I think it's just straight up fear, but, you know, whatever. Not the time and place today. Today is Oracle Friday. And because I kind of had a quick thingy yesterday where I ended up having to take the train home. So I left my book at my Aloha Perspective book at my dad's house. And it had the Oracle guidelines in it. So I'm going to try to wing this, all right, without going overboard and talking too much. Number one, I come from a good place. For those, you know, whether you believe or not. Thanks, Sammy. I know next week we're going to be doing some pride stuff because I think it's time to start putting the correct information out there, not the misinformation that a lot of people like to spread. So, I want to get together with some people I know and who are in the LGBT community. I'm just an ally. Well, not just an ally, but I'm a proud ally, and I have a lot of friends and family who are under the rainbow flag, to put it lightly. So yeah, so I'm gonna take up that torch and see what I can do. But anyways, that being said, it is Oracle Friday. I only work from a good place, so if you were here, there's a reason you were here. For those who need to know, a lot of times I tap in with Archangel Gabriel. I know a lot of people don't believe in that aspect, but and older sibling too. She wants to really get in on the pride thing. So, you know, and I mean, yeah, we'll talk about that next week. But just as a what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry. Just as a preview, in the 70s, older sibling, when, you know, Anita Bryant was going crazy and on her witch hunt, older sibling used to march for her friends who could not march for themselves, and she used to stand up for them. And I'm pretty sure that she's had things thrown at her, and she has been spat on, and this and that. Oh, see, Sammy's brother is under the rainbow flag. Why did I not know you had a brother? Oh, thank you, older sibling. She blessed me. A lot of times if I sneeze and no one blesses me, it's like, I'm going to die. Someone needs to bless me. I can be very dramatic about it. But thank you, Sammy. Thank you, older sibling. But yeah, I'm sorry, Sammy. Like, I've known you for 20 plus years, and for some reason, I just never seem to remember that you have a brother. I think because we always talk about your sister and her cat, which is probably the only reason why I remember you have a sister, because we talk about her cat, Sammy, the other Sammy. So I think is that one Sammy Hagar though? But anyways, I digress. Number two, please do not try to make a card fit your situation. Okay, if it resonates with you, like you get the tingles, it feels like, you know, you're really kind of vibing with this card, then great. If it doesn't, and you're like, oh, maybe that one's for me, because you know the romance deck is in this deck. I for some reason I was guided to choose this one again. And I struggle with that sometimes because, like I said, when people go to paid professionals, I'm not quite a professional, I'm still kind of amateur. But when people go to people for their fortune and stuff, they always ask about love and money. That seems to be like the number one thing to ask is about love and money. So, please don't try to make it fit if it doesn't fit. If it resonates, great. If you're sitting there and you're not sure, then that means maybe down the road you're going to be like, oh my God, I remember that card. It's happening. So, there's that too. Okay. But any deck, if it doesn't, don't try to make it fit if it doesn't feel like it fits. Okay. And number 3, I will tell you what I feel about the card, what message I'm getting for the card, and I will also read you the book because somebody did take the time to put the book together. So I think it's very important to, when it comes to oracle cards, I mean, the tarot is basically the same thing, but like in every book, it's just kind of simplified in different ways. But when it comes to oracles, the people do put a lot of effort into these. And I'm not saying that with the tarot they don't. They do. But what I'm saying is the tarot is kind of its own guideline. But with oracle cards like the Angel Answers or the New Orleans deck or, all those, people are putting their messages into these cards. And I feel it's very important to read that. So the Angel Answers will be next. That is the only one I usually don't read the book on unless I feel absolutely compelled to do so. So, full moon in Sagittarius. Full moon in Sagittarius. My hair is still wet. So I am not normally a morning shower, but today it was a morning shower. So again, look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. You got your little bow there, right? So, I'm not gonna lie, I love bows and arrows. And yesterday when I was on the train, I saw an archery range in San Clemente, San Juan Capistrano. I was like, I've got to go. Pretty good at that stuff. Without any formal training, I'm pretty decent. So let's see. Are you thinking too much about the details of your dilemma? Fretting over minutiae can be counterproductive, or perhaps you're being all talk and no action. I gotta tell you guys, I did this card as the card of the day earlier, and for fuck's sake, this is the card I needed to see. I realized while I was doing this, and the reason I'm sharing this is because I want other people to really kind of think about these words. The reason I'm sharing what I went through this morning is because I realized I've been hiding behind this healing journey because I've been afraid to step into the new journey. And I keep saying, well, I got to heal this. I got to heal this. Everything's an onion. Well, everything's always going to be an onion. Every day we're going to learn something new. Every day we're going to, find something new about ourselves. But the really kind of meat of my journey has been healed. But I've been so afraid of stepping forward that I haven't. So here it is. Or perhaps you're being all talk and no action. Because I keep telling people, move forward. But who's not moving forward? Me. This card is a reminder that while it's good to think things through, sometimes you need to step back and look at the bigger picture. What do you see? Oh, wait. What do you then see about your current situation? What's the most positive thought you can have about it? Now is the time to count your blessings, even if you don't yet have exactly what you want. This card is also a reminder that we often have to take a few risks and go with uncertainty on this journey called life. Try to keep an open mind about what's for the best. The universe could surprise you. Apparently I open up a book and I can't read. Try to keep an open mind about what's for the best. The universe could surprise you. Attuned to the moon. Take time out for a mini break or adventure. Additional meanings for this card. This situation may have come around because you've been distracted. Or you've been procrastinating. Okay. Be confident without being overly confident to win the day. Now, when they say be confident without being overconfident, it means don't be one of those people that you're just like in somebody's face about it. Okay. Confidence doesn't always have to be, like border on the line of, yeah, well, just be confident, have faith in yourself. Okay. You don't need everybody else to have faith in you. You need to have faith in you. Have you shown that you care? If not, now is the time. Have you shown that you care? If not, now is the time. Seriously, there must be something about my room. All morning, my nose has been fine. The minute I hit play on this camera, as per usual. So, find a balance between speaking your mind and saying too much. So, all right. The teaching. The full moon in Sagittarius is a time when we are reminded that life is an adventure and there's a big wide world to see beyond our backyard. It's about having fun and being prepared to sail into uncharted territory. It's about big ideas versus the details. No matter when you draw this card, it encourages you to look at the bigger picture. So I agree with that. I know I always bring up my England trip, but I'll tell you, I think one of the reasons why is because it was the first time I ever traveled alone, and of course I did it to a whole different what do you call it? A whole different country. So you know, anyways, it really had a profound effect on me. I mean, not to mention it's the one country I want to live in besides my own. I love my country, but I also want to live there. So, but my point is that, if I had gone to Germany first, it may not have had the same profound effect that London had on me, because like I said, London feels like a place where my soul belongs, just like, here, because this is where I was born. But yeah, I think it would have also had a profound effect on me because it was something I did on my own. It was me kind of throwing caution to the wind and saying, hey, there's a world beyond my backyard, so let's go see it. So anyways, sorry, I need to close this because it keeps opening. So let's get to the angel answers. I'm in a mood today. Sibling and I are going to the movies today. I'm a little excited. I mean, it's proof that I do go see adult movies. And not those kind of adult movies. It's proof that I go see grown-up movies about real life. Yeah, those kind, grown-up movies. I don't know, see, this is what I mean. No matter what we say, it can always be taken the wrong way. So, I like to go see grown-up movies. So, yeah, it looks like according to the thing, it says witty, smart, and funny writing. So, anyways, ooh, there was a card that was in the wrong way. Oh, okay, we had that one last week. Oh, there's a lot of them that are upside down. All right, so this is what happened. Last week, I put these in the wrong way. So I'm going to set them back in here correctly. Let's try this again. All right, what do people need to hear from the angel answers? Oh, you guys, it is so warm in my room. I think it's been kind of humid in the mornings, so, I was reading an article that said San Diego was the most gray city in May, and LA was not far behind. But see, it just goes to show that Southern California is not always sunny. Sorry. All right, I know you're gonna like, why is she shuffling forever? Usually I do 3 shuffles and then we move on, but I like to have about 5 cards for this. So if we don't get a shuffle, I'll just pull the top cards. There's 4. All right, we'll just take this one. 5. There you go. Alrighty. Okay, so let's see. You know what? I'm just gonna do it the way we saw it. Take action. Take action. So if there's something that you've been wanting to do, look, here's the thing. We just did, okay, so this, all right, let me gather my thoughts. You know what? Hold on one second. Sorry. It is like super warm in my room. It's humid in here. It is like super humid in here, but it's not warm enough to put on the AC, right? But I have my door closed and now you can feel the humidity. But take action. What I like about this card is that normally I do the angel answers first and then I go into the deck of cards. But today I thought, you know what, let's do the moon. Let's do the moonology first, since, tomorrow's a full moon, or tonight, whatever it is. And this is perfect because it's saying right here, in the book where it says, there's a world beyond your backyard. Are you all talk, no action? This is telling you, take action. Now is the time to move forward in whatever it is that you were trying to do. Sammy says it's super warm and humid on her patio. Yeah, you live in it, Georgia. Hello. Oh, sorry. Was I not supposed to give that away? I didn't give where. But yeah, you live in the South, dude. It's like, the South is like Hawaii weather, okay? I mean, seriously, they're comparable. Which means I can see why when people visit Hawaii in the summer and they're from the South, they're like, yeah, what's wrong? I don't feel any difference. It's hot. But anyways, taking action, okay? So this is the perfect moon to really kind of meditate on, to get your ducks lined up, get your ducks in a row, and start moving forward. Take action. Okay, so choose a new direction. Now, this doesn't mean that where you end up is not the right place, but the way you're doing it now, whatever your end goal is, okay, whatever your end goal is, what do you call it? Whatever your end game is, or whatever your destination or your goal is, maybe the way you're trying to get there right now isn't working. So maybe you have to try a different direction. Maybe someone suggested something to you and you thought, no, I'm going to do it my own way. You know, for giggles, try it their way. A lot of times people will give us advice that we don't realize might be coming from a higher source, because we are basically just like those little robots, right? That hit the wall and they keep walking at the wall until someone comes and turns them around. And that might be what that person's doing. They might be coming to turn it around. So, you know, there's that. And sorry, I'm so focused on what Sammy says. We have no lovely sea breeze here. I used to spend every summer in Hawaii. Sea breezes don't always happen. Unless you're on the beach or in the mountains. But where my grandparents lived, because they're in a house, there was not always a breeze. So it could be very, very ickily, whatever word I'm trying to pick, humid and gross. So again, choose a new direction. All right. Like I said, for giggles. All right. If what you're doing right now isn't working and someone has made an attempt to give you some advice, to share with you, hey, why don't you try it this way? It can't hurt. You know, I mean, what's going to happen? You just have to find a different way. Well, the way you're doing it isn't working. So choose a new direction. Take action and choose a new direction. You can find a peaceful resolution this way. Now, this card feels kind of different from the rest of them, so I'm going to save that one for last. But the situation will improve. So I don't know who needs to see these, but you know what? Oh, here you go. Listen to your intuition. So this is interesting. Today we have 5 cards. But funny enough, these two, I think, are for specific people. I don't know who they are. I don't know if they're going to watch later or if they're watching now. If one of you are having an issue, then here you go. But if you're not watching right now, well, if you're not watching live, this is probably for someone later. I feel like this is for someone later. But yeah, so we have like kind of 2 sets today. So if you listen to your intuition, choose a new direction, and take action. All right. And sometimes, the situation will improve, I think, can go for both of these. All right. So when you listen to your intuition, when you say, hey, maybe whatever someone else is telling me, or maybe I have a different idea on the way I want to do this, it doesn't always have to be a 180. You can tweak whatever path you're on to remove something that's not working and put in something that is. Okay. And when you listen to your intuition and you follow it, listen to your spidey instincts, and you choose a new direction, maybe you're just choosing a new direction, period. Maybe the goal at the end now is different. But whatever it is, this is your sign to not be afraid to take action. Okay? And this is the perfect full moon to do it. All right? Sometimes I like to look at Sagittarians as kind of being those that just, run in guns blazing. I mean, not like that. Okay, not like, in a bad way, but I mean, they're just kind of like, let's do this. Let's do this. And I don't know that they always think before they do it. I would like to think that they think before they do it, but I don't know that they always think before they do it. But sometimes it's not a bad thing, because they're just kind of like, okay, well, let's see what happens. So they are a very confident bunch. They really are quite a confident bunch. And I think because of that, I think sometimes they can be misunderstood, even by me, and misinterpreted. So, so again, and if you're going through something right now that's a little kind of maybe hair raising or just making you feel like crap, just know that you will find a peaceful resolution. And again, the situation will improve. So take action by choosing a new direction, by following your intuition, and your situation will improve. On this one, find a peaceful resolution and the situation will improve. All right, so there we have those. let's see. Oops. Okay, I'm going to keep those out for a little bit because I think those are meant for somebody else too. So, and I have a very big feeling I know who it is. So, all right. Next we have the New Orleans Oracle deck. This is one, I'm telling you, this is one of my ultimate favorites. This is just such a pretty deck. It is so vibrant. It is so colorful. The woman that designed it, Fatima Mboja, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but it's just, oh, I love it. So hopefully something comes out for us on our 3 shuffle. I'm hearing 4. I'm hearing shuffle 4 times. All right. Oh, okay. I shuffled 4 times and there we go. Make a wish. All right, make a wish. That's not the card, but make a wish. 2 of them flew out. Oh, this is funny because I think we had these last week. Awakening and self-care. So awakening and self-care. You know, if you really think about it, because this, you know, this kind of has like, it has the lotus vibes, right? The lotus coming up from the mud and just kind of unfurling. So this beautiful thing comes up from the muck and it unfurls into this living, beautiful, vibrant plant, right? This beautiful living thing. But it kind of feels like, you know, if a phoenix rising from the ashes met a lotus flower and had a baby, this card would be it. So awakening, and it kind of is, because, you know, a phoenix rises from the ashes, right? It rises from this dust to become this beautiful, vibrant thing, you know? I mean, what is that saying? You know, if I can't remember what it is, but, you know, rise the whole damn fire. But maybe that's why. Maybe that's all we're supposed to remember is rise the whole damn fire. Be the phoenix. Reinvent yourself if you want to. Do all these wonderful things for yourself if you want to. It's up to you. You know, the choice is yours. You are solely in charge of your life. Other people may think they're in charge of you, but you are solely in charge of your life. At least when you're after 18. Before that, you kind of got to share your life with your parents because they're nurturing you, they're raising you, they're trying to instill the best into you. But when you are of age and you are on your own, you are in charge of yourself. And, you know, to all the parents out there, you know, just let your kids be expressive. You know, I'm not saying, I mean, like, I wore a lot of black growing up, and I think my parents just worried about me because I wore a lot of black growing up. So it's like, oh, hello, Morticia. My mom would call me Morticia all the time from the Addams Family. And it was kind of like, okay. And I know a lot of people are like, well, that's mean. It's like, you know what? My parents, I think they worried about me a lot because I am an only child. So who else are they going to worry about, right? But it was just my thing. I love wearing black. I love wearing all kinds of colors, but I love wearing black. And it's not because it's slimming, because when I was younger, I was like this big. But, you know, it's just comfortable for me. I don't know. But I did. I wore a lot of black. So just let your kids be expressive. Let them do what they want to do. You know, I mean, there's obviously within reason. But, you know, because there's some things that young people should just, to me, maybe I'm an old biddy. I don't know. But there's some outfits I just don't think young kids should be wearing. But, anyways, but hey, you know what? To each their own. And if they do, and they're being taught body positivity, even better. So I'm not one to judge. That's just me. But awakening. Let's see what awakening has to say. And then we'll get to self-care. 26. Ooh, 26. 2 plus 6 is 8, which is an infinity number, which is also a very amazing angel number. So, awakening. The experience of a spiritual awakening can be varied as varied as life itself. For some, it is a series of seemingly random emotions. For others, it is a growing sensitivity to everyday events. And for many, it is simply having a desire to follow that which resonates with them in a higher vibration. There is no right or wrong way to go through this experience. You are only asked to remain as conscious and aware of yourself as possible, so that you may properly support yourself in the best way possible. Look at it as stepping outside of yourself to observe yourself and your life as a movie that you get to co-create. Remember to ask yourself, how does this person, place, thing, or situation feel to me? Then allow yourself to proceed accordingly. Trusting yourself is of the utmost importance during this time, because the more that you feel you can trust yourself, the easier it is to stay in your flow for all that comes your way. For me, going through my own spiritual awakenings, I've had a few. I kind of level up. I level up in levels because I'm not sure that I could handle a full on. I don't think anybody could. So I think people go through several. Except for the people that are already way up there, anyways, that are just kind of like, oh yeah, oh, spiritual awakening. So what it says, for some it is a series of seemingly random emotions. For others, for me personally, it is a growing sensitivity to everyday events. There are things that used to not bother me, or they would bother me and just kind of like, yeah, whatever. Now I feel like I go into like defense mode. Like, how can people be so horrible? How can people be so cruel? How can people be so mean? How can people listen to one side and post stuff that is absolutely incorrect without having the full story of everything? And it's kind of mind-blowing to me. And it's just, we've gotten so angry. And I want to say as a country, we've gotten so angry. Everybody likes to look at the United States and go, wow, they're a bunch of angry fucking people. Look around in your own countries, all right? There are countries that are still in civil wars. There are countries that are just, it's a religious battle. It's almost like the Crusades all over again. There are countries where, their racism may be underlying, but it still exists. And it's not just here, but I think because we're such a, I don't want to say powerful country, but I guess because we're such a powerful country and kind of high up there on the food chain, we get a lot of the visual. But I admit, we are behind on a lot of things. We're behind on a lot of things. And it's sad that some of the stuff that I would have guessed would have been resolved over the last even 60 years is still a problem, is still an issue. So if you're finding yourself kind of feeling like, whoa, why is this stuff bothering me all of a sudden? It's because you're having a spiritual awakening. Your body is saying, hey, my light and my love need to be put out into this world. And just go with the flow. Go with it. You may not be the one to go stand up there like a TED Talk person, right? But you might be able to it's a ripple effect. The way you treat people is what people will see around you. If you have children, the way you treat people, they're going to pick up on that and they'll spread their light. Or they'll spread their hatred. Or they'll just kind of not do anything because they don't know what to do. And that's okay too. The hate part is not. So, yeah, I'm on my soapbox, but I have a reason, because I saw a news thing this morning and it really kind of upended me, and seriously, I just want to bitch slap the whole world. So, anyways, or just bitch slap everybody in the world that is an asshole. Sometimes myself, I'm not always the best person. Sometimes I can overstep, but, I do my best to be a good, kind person. And, I spent a lot of these years, I thought, I'm going to sidetrack here, okay, because I know we're doing the Oracle. But I have to tell you, with the self-care card, this is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do for myself. Because we're so used to, doing something for ourselves, and people say, oh, well, you're pampering yourself. People like to put people down for absolutely no fucking reason. Period. Mind your own business. You don't like what someone else is doing that, might be comforting for them? Turn your head, walk away, do something else. Don't pay attention. If someone wants to pamper themselves, they have every right to pamper themselves. They want to get their nails done. That's fine. If you see a guy in a nail salon getting a pedicure, don't make fun of him. Dude knows, man. Maybe his woman wants nice feet. Oh, thank you, Sammy. She says, you are my light, my friend. But for me, the self-care was the hardest. And trusting myself was even harder. And I think the issue is that one day I just kind of woke up. I healed myself. Like I said, circling back, I thought I was healing myself for a whole other reason. I thought if I healed myself, maybe my soulmate will come in and sweep me off my feet and I'll live happily ever after. Until I realized that I can't heal myself for anybody but me. And once I realized that, which sadly has only been in the last year and a half, I really took on that healing, running that last mile to the finish line, right? But I'm stuck at the finish line. I'm literally not crossed over it. I thought I had. But that's why I think the take action cards came up. That's why the awakening cards came up. That's why your peaceful resolution, the situation will improve, choose a new direction. You know, maybe I've been aiming at my life the wrong way. Instead of doing things, I'm a recovering people pleaser. It's as simple as that. I would do so many things for other people because I couldn't find my own happiness within. But I can now. And it's not about being overconfident. It's about being confident that I know what's best for me and what's best for my life. And yeah, if that soulmate comes in and sweeps me off my feet, even better. That's the bonus part. It'd be nice, wherever they are. But anyways, but yeah, I realized that all this healing couldn't be done for anybody but me. It's just like when, you know, we'll go to the extreme here. When you have an addict, an alcoholic, they have to heal for themselves. If they try to do it for someone else, then, you know, what happens? My mom passed away 9 years ago this September. But 9 years ago, I had the opportunity to do a weight loss program. And I wasn't sure I was ready for it because I was really struggling with my emotions, with her, you know, just... I knew when she got her diagnosis, the time was limited. Because she had, you know, she was diagnosed with basically stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Which, hello, in pancreatic cancer terms, that's terminal. And they gave her 6 months to 2 years. So regardless whether we had 6 months to 2 years, we actually had about 4. I knew she was going to be gone. You know, I mean, there was a time limit on how much time I had left with her. And she picked the brave route. She said, I'm done. I'm not doing any more treatments. There's no use. I can't live this way. She was not living. She was existing in a body that was quitting on her. And she did everything to fight that. But I went through this program for her. And not only did I gain back all the weight, I gained back twice the weight. Because I didn't get my emotions in check. I did it for everybody but me. Because I wasn't ready. And I mean, are we ever really ready? I think I'm a little more ready now because I'm ready to take action. I'm ready to do these things. So when it comes to self-care, do what's best for you. If you need to heal and you need to learn how to embrace self-care, do what brings you joy. Maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe it's reading. Maybe it's watching a comforting movie if you're in, you know, if you're feeling bad. Self-care is a daily thing. Some people do it to a bigger amount. Oh, I'm going to get a massage this weekend, or I'm going to get my nails done this weekend, or I'm going to go get my hair done this weekend. But we can do little things for ourselves every day. Maybe you had a hard day at work. Come home, have that glass of wine or beer or whatever it is. Have that glass if you want. It's okay. Enjoy your favorite movie. Turn off the lights. Get cozy. Maybe you have pets. Maybe you have a partner. Maybe you have a roommate. I don't know, but just do something fun for yourself. All right, so it is time to put your focus on taking care of yourself in the most basic ways. See, in the most basic ways. Pampering yourself with a long bath, taking extra care about the food you put into your body, getting enough rest, and simply taking some time for yourself is recommended right now. Now, if you need comfort food, that's fine. If you're an emotional eater, watch what you're eating. All right, if you're not an emotional eater, hey, you know what? It's okay. You're allowed. All right, I'm giving you permission. You are close to running on empty, and it is taking a toll on you more than you realize. Sometimes self-care can be as simple as learning when to say yes or no at the right moment based on how you feel. Take this time to care for yourself and notice how quickly things start to fall into place in a much more effortless way. So there you go. It's because when you start to take care of yourself and you have that self-care, you are opening up the door to healing. You know, you're doing it for yourself and you're clearing away all the muckety-muck stuff. So, messages from the angels. Let's see if we get any. I know, the cards have been very, very quiet today. Oh, never mind. I lied. Let's see, is that the only one? Yep, that's it. We get one. We get one out of the angels' messages. Or messages from your angel. Messages from your angels. Astara. You deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires and don't compromise. You know what I'm really, really loving, guys? All of these cards today. They're just creating one long story. We started with the angel answers. Take action. You know, choose a new direction if you have to. The situation will resolve itself. You know, follow your instincts. Then we had the the New Orleans deck. We started with Moonology, where it says, "Hey, look at the bigger picture. It's time." Then then the New Orleans deck with the awakening and self-care, and now we have, Astara. You deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires, and don't compromise. Don't compromise. So you might be saying, but you said choose a new direction. Choosing a new direction is not compromising. You are doing what's best for you. But like I said, you might just be trying to find a way that works for you because the way you're doing it isn't working for you. But this card, she's telling you, you deserve the best and to reach for the stars. And the the bigger picture card from the Moonology things, do things with confidence. Be confident. Be confident in what you want. Be confident in what you do. I told older sibling, I said, I feel like June is really going to be a turnaround month for us. Like things are just going to get supremely better. And I don't know why, but a lot of times when things just fly out of my mouth, they tend to happen. So, because I'm not overthinking it. So it's kind of like going to one of those little batting cages, right? And the ball just flies right at you. And it doesn't always tell you when it's going to fly right at me. You got to kind of time it, and when you time it. But the very first one that flies at you, you're just kind of, oh shit. I remember the first time I went back to the batting cages after years and years of not being in one, I was in the slow pitch cage and I moved. And that's kind of how life feels. Life is just going to come flying at you, and you have to decide, am I going to let that one pass, or am I going to get in there, step up and hit it, or try to hit it? And when we step up and we try to hit it, it means that we're choosing ourselves. We're choosing what is best for us. Remember, you cannot give and you cannot be there for people from an empty cup. It has to be a full cup. And you fill it up by doing things that are good for you, by doing things that make you happy. And maybe the people around you happy. And that's how we serve. Well, they say serve, but that's how we serve from a full cup. That's how we're in service to people from a full cup. And we don't run an empty. Learning how to say yes or no can be your biggest tools in self-care. Yes, I'd love to go, but I'm too tired tonight. Can we do it another night? And maybe it's a special occasion for somebody. So, if you really want to go, but you're not feeling it, just say, hey, you know what? I'll stop in for a drink or two and then I'm out because I'm just not really feeling good. But you've shown up, you've shown that person you care, and you can feel good about yourself. Or maybe you just don't have the energy and someone's, oh, come on, and it might not be anything other than one night of happy hour, right? Like something you do every week. Oh, come on, you gotta go. It'll be fun. Blah, blah. And you're tired, you're worn out. It's okay to say no. Just say, hey, you know what? I appreciate that, but I need to take care of me today because I'm not feeling my finest, my sparkliest. So, the additional message. In the past, you have settled for less than you have wanted, but no more. I'm here to raise your standards. I am also here to show you that you need not suffer in any way. It isn't selfish to desire a better life. The more that you receive, the more you are able to give to others. See, be in service of others, or to give a lot of different ways. When you allow us to give you, you're also supplied with all of the necessary tools for your life's purpose. You also inspire others when you show that the spiritual path gives you all of the support you could ever need. God and the angels want you to enjoy your life. Happiness is a holy part of your divine mission. Whatever we can do to bring joy and peace into your life, please ask. We have noticed a reluctance on your part to ask for help. Perhaps you have felt that you didn't deserve good, or that you would be taking away from someone else if you received our help. Yet God only knows abundance, and humans are the ones who believe in scarcity. This card is a reminder that God and the angels can only intervene if you request for help. So I'm going to read that part for somebody else right now, because I know how they think and I know how they are. We have noticed a reluctance on your part to ask for help. Perhaps you have felt that you didn't deserve good, or that you would be taking away from someone else if you receive our help. I don't think that they think that they would be, that they're not worthy. They're really working on their worthiness. Yeah, I'm just going to say it. It's older sibling. Older sibling's really working on her worthiness, but I know sometimes she's reluctant to accept, because I think she does worry sometimes in the back of her head that she might be taking away from somebody else, because she's got a very kind soul. So, that part was for her. So Astara was a really good one. Good morning, baby sibling. So I'm going to repeat these two cards. A peaceful resolution, and the situation will improve. Okay, a peaceful resolution has been had, and the situation will improve. So don't quit. Don't quit. Now, oh, that's okay. Keepers of the Light. I know it's funny. She comes on like 2 cards before the Romance Angels. But yeah, so what I really like about all these cards, guys, today so far is that they're really kind of adding to the whole idea of, just taking action, doing what's best for you, being confident, embracing what it is that you want to do, and doing things for yourself so that you can be of service to other people. So let's do the Keepers of the Light. This is another really, really pretty deck. The artwork on this is just wow. Oh, that's a good one. And we have the Lotus Flower again on that card. Yeah, we had the Lotus Flower earlier with the Self-Care card. So, and the Awakening card from the New Orleans deck. So, wow. All right, one more shuffle. We got 2. I can't see the other one. The other one, the first one flipped over, so I could see that one. It's, I really love it. Wow, 3. 3. Look at that. The Keepers of the Light really want you guys to know something. They came in 3s today. I know, 1 from each shuffle. So we have... Okay, you know what? I have to look these up because, honestly, I don't want to butcher anyone's name. So, this is Kutmi. I think the other one is Dewal Cool, but I want to make sure first. I was right. Dewal Cool, because I think we've had this one before. And this one's pretty easy. Hope. That's the first one that popped out that flipped over and has the Lotus card on it. So we're going to start with her. And then we'll go to Kutmi, and then we'll go to Dewal Cool. So, Hope. Love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. So again, love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Hope, love, and acceptance. This is a good one. I know sometimes, especially with the Lotus Flower, right? I'm gonna reiterate. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna circle back to what I said. And there's actually 3 on here. There's 1, 2, and 3. I didn't even see the other 2 at the bottom. But one of the beautiful things again about the Lotus Flower, it is born in darkness. It is like legit born in darkness. It's born in the muck. It's born in the mud, and then it pushes itself out from beneath all that to rise and just sit on top of it. This beautiful, vibrant, amazing flower, really a flower of hope, a flower of new beginnings, a flower of life, a flower that says to us, "Hey, we know how hard you're pushing through, but don't quit, because when you pull up from the muck, when you come out of the darkness, it's going to be this beautiful, beautiful thing." And I think that's why everything is yellow, because, right, it's the light, and you're seeing the light. So, it's a beautiful card. But love, hope, and acceptance. Hope is a beautiful thing to have. And I think sometimes we lose faith, we lose hope. I know I do a lot, and I try not to. I know I come up with this a lot, but and I know I'm kind of preaching to the choir to some people, but being single is not always easy. I know everyone will say, "Oh, the grass is always greener on the other side," which it is. I mean, no matter where you are, you're always going to be thinking, "Oh man, remember that." But sometimes it does get lonely. Sometimes when you're having that really, really bad day, just a hug from your sister isn't enough. You just want to feel somebody that just loves you with every fiber of their being. That, I mean, like a soulmate kind of love, like your romantic kind of love, just to squeeze you and say, "Hey, it's going to be okay." Not to say that older siblings hugs aren't great, because they are, but you know what I mean. I mean, we've all been in some kind of relationship, right? And we've just felt that comfort. But the thing is, I've never really had a healthy relationship. And I think that's why I get overly excited, because I know that whatever's going to happen, whenever it's going to happen in my life, hopefully sometime in this lifetime, it's going to be amazing. And it's going to be worth it. And it's going to be worth the wait. So sometimes waiting is just, patience is not my strong suit. But I'm not lying. Patience is not my strong suit. So Hope is an angel who is dedicated to promoting the idea that we on earth are loved, cherished, and supported by the kingdom of heaven. She is all about helping us to see the light beyond whatever darkness we are in, Traveling as part of a holy trinity, faith, hope, and charity, she helps us recognize that hope isn't about wishing for something good to happen or help to arrive, but trusting that support is already present. Why do I feel like I've just been told? Anyways, hope is the twin flame of Archangel Gabriel. And I work with Archangel Gabriel, right? So that's exciting. She has a gentle presence, but she is absolutely glorious. She sings sweet harmonies to us, and these songs are waves of love, washing away anything that stands between us and self-love and acceptance. So, extended message. Angels are gathering around you in celebration that you are finally willing to see how loving and lovable you are. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm trying to add some humor in here. Hope is here with her legion of love angels guiding you to see that you deserve loving relationships, loving experiences, and loving acceptance from the world around you. It seems that you are really moving beyond the limitations that you once had in this department, but know that whenever you do question your worth, you can call on Hope to shine her golden light upon you. Your angels want you to know that they love and cherish you, and they're grateful that you're giving yourself the same support. Giving yourself the same support. So whenever life feels like it's kind of beating you up with a stick, remember Hope. Call her in. Call in Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel. If you can't remember who Hope is, Archangel Gabriel, can you please call in whoever that angel is that will give me some support, because I'm not feeling it right now. But you have to trust yourself. You have to believe that you are worthy of love, that you are deserving of love. And like I said, the lotus flower's on here for a reason. You know, you or someone you love or someone you care about may be drifting in the darkness, but you're there to nurture it, to help them rise above the muck and become this, you know, to be able to step into something beautiful. So the next one, Kutmi, Cloak of Wisdom. Oh, you already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. So stop second guessing yourself, all right? Stop second guessing yourself. So Cloak of Wisdom. Kutmi. I love it. He's wearing an ankh too, which is kind of the symbol for life, right? So I have one. I know I actually have one tattooed onto me. And I can't remember what the symbol is, but I know it might be Namaste, I think, but I'm not, don't quote me on that. So Kutmi, let's read about Kutmi. Kutmi is an ascended master who appears as a well-dressed Indian man with a golden aura. His teachings were brought to the world by Madame Blavatsky in the 19th century. There are many different theories as to his true identity. Many believe he was a wandering man known as a rishi in India, dedicated to walking the path of spirit with very few material possessions. Others believe him to have been a well-educated Sikh spiritual leader who was given a pseudonym to protect his true identity. I believe that he lived so the person writing this says, I believe that he lived a high life, but through spiritual practice was able to let go of his needs for material possessions. Now he helps light workers go beyond the limits set by others and cultivate a personal connection to God. So not everybody in this deck will align right to God. They may align to other religions, but right now this is speaking to, I feel like this is very specific to somebody. So if you're struggling with something, ask Kutmi for help. Ask them for the wisdom. You already know the answers, but the hard part is getting through that. It's jumping through the hurdles, you know. So the extended message: knowledge is learned, wisdom is remembered. You are in a real cloak of wisdom now. Like Kutmi, you have been on a wandering path trying to find answers through study and the insights of others, but now you are uncovering the truth of your own soul. Your soul is leading the way, and you are being encouraged to follow. The fog is clearing, the light has come, and it is shining on you. Your soul is saying, yes, it's your cheerleader. Follow it and trust the endless wisdom within you. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. So there you go. Like I said, guys, from the very beginning with the Moonology deck, all these cards are really trying to inspire you to just move forward, to push forward, to, you know, not just stay stuck in the same place. So, you know, let's see. The last one is Dawal Cool. Dawal Cool. And then we get to the Romance Angels. Let's see what wisdom they have today. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Sorry. Forgive the snarky look. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Dewal Kul, known as the Tibetan, is a Tibetan Buddhist master. He is said to have had many incarnations, including as a devotee of Buddha himself, and as one of the 3 wise men who honored the baby Jesus. Through his earthly experiences, he has learned the importance of spiritual practice and discipline, and knows that the path we are on unfolds over time. He is now helping light workers follow their dharma, which is a Sanskrit word meaning right way of living. So there you go. Dharma would probably be a really great word for any of us, whether you're a Buddhist or not, because it really does, what is the right way of living? Are we living what someone else has taught us, or are we living our truths? Are we standing up for what we believe in? So the extended message: when Dewal Kul appears in a reading, he reminds you that your path is unfolding as it should. Take one step at a time and remember that your only spiritual function is to be happy. You are powerful. You are a powerful person with many lessons under your belt and a real capacity to share your wisdom with the world. Take the time to go over what you have learned recently. Recognize the strengths it has brought you and acknowledge where you have been courageous. Dewal Kul is now working with your angel guides to help your journey unfold like a beautiful lotus flower, one petal at a time. There you go. A beautiful lotus flower, one petal at a time. So that was 2 cards that had the lotus on it, right? So let's see. I'm going to watch the time here. Depending on how fast we get through these, we'll see if we get to the last deck. But I was told by Archangel Gabriel to pick the romance deck again. So sorry. I know. Alright. Really? Is there anything? Is there anything? Is it mocking me? Alright. The last. There it is. This one was kind of. So I feel like that one was meant to come out too. I remember this card. I don't know what it is yet, but it got stuck under something and I pulled it and I bent it. But, because instead of just lifting something. So, attraction. Ooh, you attract. Okay, so, see. I marked it. I subconsciously marked it. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So, yeah, I think what that card is trying to say is that when you're living in the moment and you're not worrying about what's going to happen next, I think it's really, really helpful for us to kind of just, let me gather my thoughts here. Sorry. The romance deck is always a hard one for me because I get very cynical when I read it. And I don't mean to, I know these aren't like normal readings, right? You go and you watch a reading, oh, this is what's coming for you, blah, blah, blah. I'm just right out there. So these are more like the Aloha Perspectives Oracle, reading because, I'm giving you insights to different things and, I'm kind of sharing my own experiences to kind of help guide you through your own. But when it comes to attraction, I think what this card is saying, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. If you are sitting at your window pining away for some life to just happen to you, you're going to keep waiting. And it's not because you're pining, well, it is because you're pining away. It's not because you're sitting in the window, not out there fully living. It's because the vibration you're putting out there sucks. You're putting out there like, oh, woe to me. Woe to me is not going to get you anywhere. Woe to me is not going to bring you what it is you want on any level. Because you're putting out a horrible vibe. You're putting out a bad vibe. And I know it's hard. It's hard to be positive when you are literally struggling with everything. I get it. I'm there now. I struggle with the worthiness. I struggle with, the situation I'm in now where it's like, everything is just chaotic. And just trying to figure out how to move forward successfully is not always easy. So when we sit here and we enjoy the moment fully, if you're worried about finances, you're going to keep worrying about finances because worrying about it is just going to bring more worry. If you're worrying about why everyone around you is falling in love and everyone else is finding their soulmates and you're not, it's because you're worrying about why you can't find yours. or why they haven't found you. Be open to anything. Be open to everything, and just allow yourself to enjoy the moment. Like older sibling and I are going to the movies today. I'm excited. It's proof that I go see, as I mentioned earlier, grown-up movies. So, and not just comic book movies. But I like all kinds of movies, to be honest with you. But I think a lot of times I just post the comic book ones because, not a lot of people... I know more people that like to watch those than, people who like to watch just regular grown-up movies. And unfortunately, I should say, there's very few grown-up movies I can go see with older sibling because she's very picky. I said it, older sibling. She's very picky about what she goes and sees. So, but I'm grateful because we're going today. Girls' day out, sisters' day out. So, attraction. Start enjoying life. When you start putting out the right vibes, all the beautiful things are going to start happening for you. And I need to take that lesson myself. So, like a good friend, the romance angels send you this card to tell you the truth. The best way to have more romance in your life is through attraction, rather than through strenuous effort. You are most attractive when you're fully enjoying yourself in the present. Your joyful laughter, self-expression, and body language are beautiful. In contrast, any stress you experience as you strain to find romance pushes against the stream of life. Strain comes from a place of fear with an underlying worry. There it is, the word worry. Maybe I won't receive this. So again, strain comes from a place of fear with an underlying worry. Maybe I won't receive this. That fear then attracts the very thing you worry about. Stress creates wrinkles, bodily tension, a constricted voice, and other unattractive characteristics. So, go smell a rose and fully enjoy its fragrant beauty. Allow yourself simple pleasures that lead to great joy. Affirm frequently that you are loved and lovable. Visualize a wonderful romantic relationship with a great partner. Take excellent care of yourself and follow your inner guidance. Via the law of attraction, you'll draw romantic love to you through your own attractive nature. So just love yourself. And you know what? We had the card, right? We had hope. And we had hope. We had choose a new direction. We had awakening. We had self-care, right? So what's the last card? Keep an open mind. Woo! And that kind of talked about it, right? Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So, keep an open mind. I like this one. They all just... I can't tell if these two chicks are sitting there going, notice me, notice me, notice me. But whatever. Keep an open mind. So, or maybe they're a couple and he's like, And he's like, well, wait, how come neither one of them, I could go for days on what this card is saying. But anyways, keep an open mind. So what you grow up thinking what you want may not be what you get. And by that, I mean, I think we all try to picture something because it's something we want to control. But again, your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So just keep an open mind. Remember one thing. Everything on the outside is going to change. What's in here is what matters. What's in here is the key to knowing whether or not this is your person or not. Because if they have a good soul, if they have a good heart, that's where you need to start. Don't just be, maybe the outside might draw someone in or it might repel them. And if it repels them, then that's their loss because someone's going to come along, scoop you up and say, wow. How have you been single all this time? How have I not found you until now? Because they'll see you. When somebody truly loves you, they see you. And I don't mean just this. I mean, they see you. All right? So, I say that a lot, don't I? All right? That's my catchphrase, all right? So, the romance angels sent you this card as a reminder to stay open to the possibility of your soulmate appearing in a form that may differ from what you expect. This is especially true if you tend to date a certain type of individual. You drew this card to help you discover your soulmate. This card may signal that you've already been introduced to this person but have overlooked his or her romantic potential. Take the time to get to know the various individuals you meet, even if there isn't an initial attraction. At the very least, you will learn more about yourself and may make a new friend. I know a lot of people who went on dates and just... They made friends. They made lifelong friends. I mean, they ended up not kind of being the thing, but, They made lifelong friends, and I think that's a beautiful thing too, because you never know, right? You never know. So, anyways, that's all we have time for, kids. I know. We're not really missing out on the last deck. In fact, the last one, Magical Unicorns, we'll do, well, let's just pull one card. I know. I can't resist them, because this one is also a really pretty, vibrant deck. Well, let's just see. Anything want to come out? There. You're like, wow, that was half-assed. No, it wasn't. I felt it come up, and so there it is. Relax. Everything's okay. See? See, this is why we had to do this. Relax. Everything's okay. I know it's backwards, but you know what? I don't like it flipped around because it's just awkward for me. But don't worry. It's all going to be fine. Don't worry. It's all going to be fine. Relax. Everything's okay. All right. So let's just jump into that one, because basically every card that we've had said work towards this. So this is just kind of this is the period on the sentence, and it's a beautiful horse, well, unicorn obviously, but yeah. All right, so going back to the other card where it says keep an open mind or attraction, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I know sometimes going to bed in a big bed all alone can be hard. Okay, I like literally fall asleep hugging a pillow every night, or a cat, or a cat and a pillow, depending on where she lands. But because she's my cat, she's everywhere. I mean, I literally can't take up a whole bed. I don't know why. I start in the middle and then I end up right back in my spot. So whoever finds me, they're gonna be just like, yay! They stay on their own side. But but right now, I share my bed with a pillow and a cat. And I either fall asleep hugging a pillow or I fall asleep hugging a cat. But that used to bother me for a long time. And I know sometimes if you are that person and this, or you feel it feels so empty on the other side of the bed, or maybe you just have a bunch of crap on the other side of the bed to just fill up space, I have pillows everywhere on my bed. So they kind of just fill up that space. But open yourself to the possibility that you're not always going to be alone. You have to look within. You have to find that self-care and that self-love. Finding someone to share your life with is a bonus. It should be a bonus as far as I'm concerned. This is just my perspective. But when you have self-love, when you have self-care, when you have that awakening to show you that, wow, you know what? I do just fine on my own. But it is nice to share something with somebody. That's how you attract the right person. That's how you attract the people in your life. You're not making choices to date this person just because they pay attention to you. I did that. And it, but they told me they cared about me. They told me they loved me back. But I mean, it weren't healthy relationships because I would lose myself. I would become this version of somebody that they wanted. And then when I got tired of doing that and started to really kind of step back and become who I was again, it didn't always fit their mold. So that's why I said that a lot of the relationships I was in before weren't always healthy. And it's not just their fault. It was my fault too. I mean, it takes two people, right? It takes two people. But when we relax and realize that everything's okay, when we stop worrying and realize that everything's going to be fine, that's when the doors open. That's when we stop worrying. We remove the worry. We remove the fear. And we allow this beautiful thing to take hold of us. And it may not happen like that. So for some people it might. It may happen like that. For some people it may not. But the point is to just allow this beautiful thing to just come. To just happen. But you have to love yourself first. Or you really should love yourself first. You should find that self-care. You should take care of you. You should remind yourself, hey, I'm worth it. And when you feel like you're worth it, you're going to put out this beautiful light that says to somebody else, I see you. And you're going to draw in your person, whoever that person might be. And you never know. You never know who it could be. So just keep an open mind. But again, relax, because everything's fine. So, no matter what your situation looks like right now, this card asks you to relax and let go of worries. Everything will be okay. Have you ever seen a movie in which everyone seems to be in danger or in trouble of some sort? As you watch the movie, you wonder, how will they ever get out of this? Yet at the end of the film, everything works out fine and everyone's happy. Unless you're watching a horror movie. Sorry, humor. In the same way, your movie will have a happy ending too. So don't stress or worry. Instead, enjoy watching how your life story unfolds in an amazing way. Life works itself out in ways that we could never have thought of. Your current situation will be over soon and you'll be fine. You'll learn life lessons that will help you in the future, so use this current time to make yourself stronger. Breathe deeply. Breathe deeply or try your best to stay positive and happy, and remember to relax because everything is going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. I talked about my healing journey, guys, and I talked about how, it was hard and it was scary, but the biggest part about it is when I look back now, I see how much I've changed. I see that everything is okay. I mean, yeah, sure, there's things that we want in our life that may not be in my life yet, but I know it will happen. And when it does, it'll be amazing, it'll be beautiful, it'll be wonderful, it'll be probably upending a little, and it'll be a miracle that I can actually open my mouth and talk to whoever it is. So that'll be the miracle of all miracles, right? Shelley Marie talks to a man. But I know, I think that's a self-care thing. I think that's a self-worth thing when somebody talks to you and it's kind of like, are you talking to me? Really? What? So, I know I'm a dork, but I'm working on that. All right, I'm really working on that. I mean, I'm a dork, period, but I'm working on being more confident in feeling my worth and my self-love. And I know that if I can do it, anybody can do it, because it was touch and go for a lot of those times. I mean, sometimes literally very touch and go a lot of those times. But when we have hope, when we believe, when we have trust, when we relax and know that everything's going to work out the way it's supposed to work out, we allow ourselves to see how beautiful life really can be and how we can shine our own light out into this world. And I'm telling you right now, guys, this world needs a lot of light. It is crazy right now. So go out there, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, have a safe weekend, have a great day today. Be a part of this world. Take one day at a time, one moment at a time. Okay? In this moment, I'm not going to worry about whatever it is I'm worrying about. And just keep adding up those moments. If you feel that thought come into your head where you're wanting to worry, just pull it right out. All right? And say, I do not wish to manifest this into fruition. I am trying to beat the gardener. I do not wish to manifest this into fruition. And everything is going to be okay. All right? So have a great, great day. I'll see everybody back here Monday. 8:30 a.m. Pacific time, Facebook Live. All lives are public. I also share these to my Facebook page, The Aloha Perspective, and my YouTube channel, The Aloha Perspective as well. Have a great day, everyone, and thank you so much for watching.